Detroit.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
First carry from Marlon Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. They still can't get it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
Rivers on first down. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
Number 28.
Romeo Okwara in on the tackle.
He's brought down at the
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Mack, draw play. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
He's brought down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll find Pittman. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
First down.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Well, a throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Coleman. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
For Detroit.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Coming out with a jumbo package, start the drive. Rivers hands this one to Matt.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a run with Mack.
To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
That was a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down now. It's Mack, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Try to throw here. Rivers.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for India.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it, blocking it, and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd
to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
On second down, Rivers again. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Agnew now to return. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to read him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
At the 39-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Johnson. Johnson with a burst. A first down or more. The 30.
Oh, yeah, that's how we do it.
Detroit. Kerryon Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Lining up for
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him, find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Mack, the Colt ball carrier.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
A gain
I think I
of
saw a
11.
lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. First and 10, Taylor now.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 44.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flies.
It certainly is. Time to get the smurders out, my man.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long.
From the gun, Rivers. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a...
Stop off on 3rd time is intercepted.
Picked off by Tavon Wilson. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Flushed out right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It leads to 2nd.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Harris Campbell. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Draw play as Rivers gives to Taylor.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The kickoff for Indianapolis.
The Lions in in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about a 39.
He's brought down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing Rivers. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
One that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. That kick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there. Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
kickoff for Detroit.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. This is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's third and short. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
3 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On the return, here's Agnew. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Number 33.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. Third down here.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12. A second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Indianapolis.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. field after a gain of only a couple.
That's the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Rivers now from the 50. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Catch made here by Campbell. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
He was taken.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. On the return, it's Rodgers. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. It certainly did seem...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Romeo Okwara in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, Rivers. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, and it's 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That's the story during the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Colts 6. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Rodgers on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
The ball carrier.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Matt. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The Lions take
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Now Prater to add the PAT. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Lions 32, Colts 6.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded in the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
And a Colts 1st down.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
on the ground, it's Mack. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get into the end zone. A touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Stafford going to get this one to Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
42-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
He was taken down by
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
No gain on the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. Marvin Jones! Touchdown! Detroit! Marvin Jones! His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Throwing, Rivers. And some room to run.
Another day, another dollar, baby.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Rivers hands this one to Mack.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He was brought down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
The ball carrier.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
6-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Good. Makes the score Lions 45, Colts 20. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
5-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Stafford on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they will take a knee here.
Stafford on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Today's final score, Lions.
It's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Lions, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.